My name is Mike Klimek, and today we're going to try to figure out why this electrical outlet isn't working. Hey, if this is your first time here, hit the subscribe button below so you don't miss anything. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is to turn off the power to the kitchen. Okay, I've tested to make sure that the power is off, and so now I'm going to take the outlet apart and take a look and see what we can find. The cover comes off with a standard screwdriver, and these screws are tiny, so don't lose them. Nothing obvious. Somebody's used drywall screws to put this in. And there is a whole lot of stuff in here. It looks like when they added this thick backsplash, it may have loosened a wire, because I can see at the very bottom of this is a black wire. And this is going to be tough to get out because there's not a lot of room. Okay, as I was pulling this out, you can see there is a loose hot wire there on the bottom of this outlet. So that is likely the problem. I mean, once I get that back in, power should be restored, but that's the problem at this point. So I'm going to put this camera back in a stand and go at it. Okay, I pulled the wire out of the box a little bit so you could see it. And there it is. I need to put that wire back in the hole. So I've discovered a problem with this GFI. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end up replacing this whole GFI. So I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to separate these. And worst comes to worst, we can always test to make sure which wire goes where, but the power's off, so we're safe. These two are both on that side, those are on that side. And I just need to remove the ground. Okay, so I have separated the wires, and I'm going to test to see which one of these black wires is hot. That'll be the line in. That one is nothing. So this wire right here is hot. So this wire will get attached to the brass screw right here. This is the line side, and it says so on the back. They've got a yellow sticker covering the other terminal. So if this is the end of the line and you're not extending power to circuits or to outlets beyond this, then this does not get removed. But we will need to remove this because this cable here will get attached to the silver and the brass terminals under this tape. Okay, time to reconnect the new GFI. We have silver screw, brass screw. Hot always goes to brass. Power's off. I did trim a little more of the insulation off of this conductor because I just did not have enough. Make sure that these are in well. And now I'm going to take this tape off. And again, black goes to brass. That's a little long. I'm going to trim that. You don't want a lot of insulation sticking out because it can ground itself on the box. Neutral goes to the silver, and it is a little bit long. I'm going to cut it just a shade. And tighten the screw. And the last thing is to hook up the ground. Now this is when the length of these wires come into play, because this was added after this was installed originally, and so there's not a lot of play in the wires. So I'm going to have to kind of gently fold these wires in and connect the ground. Okay, I turned the breaker back on and we should now have power. And I'm guessing that on the back of this wall we will also have power. Yes. All right. These screws are tiny and I'm going to drop them about 3 times, I'm sure. They don't need to go in very tight. So I'm guessing that the problem I had was that the wire broke off inside the old GFI, rendering it useless because I couldn't reinstall it. So I got a new GFI and everything works great. So it's just a matter of troubleshooting from the simplest to progressively more difficult. If you have any questions, just comment below, and we'll see you next time.